Welcome back. We're still in Chapter 7 of Healing America's Narratives, and we're speaking today again about the war in Afghanistan, the 20 years of war in Afghanistan. And we'll take another historical reflection to bring us into President Bush's decisions post 9/11. So in 1951, General Omar Bradley spoke to Congress in his role as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and he argued against General Douglas MacArthur's idea about expanding the Korean War and to begin to bomb cities in China. And basically, Bradley's language described the proposed expansion into China as, quote, the wrong war at the wrong place at the wrong time and with the wrong enemy. And fortunately, Congress heeded Bradley's warning, and the United States did not attack China then. In 2001, the closest voice that Congress had was that to General Bradley's hesitancy about, what a general wanted to do, was Representative Barbara Lee from California's 9th District. She was the only member of either House of Congress to vote no on the Senate Joint Resolution 23, which gave the president the following authority, quote, to use all necessary and appropriate force against those nations, organizations, or persons he determines planned, authorized, committed, or aided the terrorist attacks that occurred on September 11th, 2001, or harbored such organizations or persons in order to prevent any future acts of international terrorism against the United States by such nations, organizations, or persons. So the House vote was 420-1. In the Senate, it was 98-0. People around the country called Lee a traitor, and worse, called for her impeachment, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So she still is, here in 2023, the representative for the 9th District in California. However, when the Taliban retook Afghanistan in August of 2021, 20 years later, Representative Lee was interviewed about her reflections, that she had been voted against what we did in Afghanistan. And she said, I almost wish in many ways that I had been wrong, because what's taking place today is terrifying. Again, the today was in August of 2021. So her final 7 words, because what's taking place today is terrifying, can be applied. We could extrapolate that and apply it to so many different issues and events and moments in history. But if we look at it in the context of American leadership's decision-making, again, from President Eisenhower's post-World War II statement of precepts that America allegedly holds, of Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara's lessons learned out of Vietnam, and in the Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction's lessons learned after 20 years in Afghanistan. Because what's taking place today is terrifying, over a series of a half a century, more than half a century now, of today's, you can see the import of really reflecting on, exploring deeply, and doing whatever it takes to heal the narratives that we hold in this country. All right. So as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you the next time.